And action. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Average People Podcast. We're laughing because we said we would start it out like that. You know, what's going on, guys? I feel like that's a really good way to start any YouTube video or any podcast. That's kind of what you have
really
to say.
Awkward way to start one.
Even like an Instagram story. What's going on, guys? You know what I mean? Like, anyway.
You see that everywhere.
Allier.
So here we are back again,
I
Average
was about to
People,
crack it up
episode number 2. But yeah, you know, like we established last week in our first episode, we have a tradition in the beginning.
Yes.
Crack open a cold drink.
Yes.
Well, here we go, guys. Like in, get our fingers on the tabs.
Here we go.
In 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna put that on, dude. I hope that got on the mic.
Adrian, you started yours freaking early.
I know. My finger slipped.
Wow. I forgot how good that one was.
Man, that first sip was just
Ultraviolet?
incredible.
I didn't even take a sip.
I know. I'm like saying I didn't do that.
You're talking about it? Oh, that was incredible.
I'm a fraud.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Waft.
Oh, yeah.
Waft.
Myles put pressure on me. He's like, that first sip was good. I didn't realize I didn't even take a sip.
Yeah, I can see, like, I'm like looking this way, and I can see all the spit getting on the mic.
I was all like this.
Oh no.
It's coronavirus now.
You
The
like
microphone.
You're always spitting, dude. Can we talk about that? How he's always
I mean, that could be the first thing we talk about.
No, maybe
Uh,
we should introduce ourselves.
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about that.
Oh my god.
my goodness.
That's how he drinks everything. Like, that's literally how he drinks everything. It's annoying.
I apologize for that. That was terrible.
was
Unless you're
terrible.
into bubble ASMR or whatever you want to call it.
No, it's
Yes, one more time, one more time.
Soda Stream ASMR.
Oh, dude, please, enough. Okay, anyway, so look, we realized that last week in our first episode, we didn't actually introduce ourselves at all. We just kind of went into it thinking that everyone would know who we are. So I thought we would just introduce ourselves, starting with Adrian over here across from me. I spoiled it.
Adrian,
Yeah, no.
Adrian
Older
the
match.
Laser Garza.
You know, just tell us your name and just, you know, whatever you want. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. My name is Adrian. Myles already introduced me.
Don't spoil my name.
My favorite,
Myles, Sam, and Hunter already introduced me.
my favorite Monster energy drink is a drink called Ballers Blend, which they don't actually have anymore.
They don't make it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know
Sad.
why they don't make it anymore, but
Don't look at me.
well,
You can ask Mr. Monster
Sam actually has a
himself.
direct line to Monster.
He's like, yeah. So actually, what had happened with that one is, no, I don't know.
You actually
Fun
tweeted-
fact, actually, I grew up right next to the Monster Factory, like the
You
OG.
serious?
Yeah.
can you hook it up?
No.
Can you go back?
Okay, that was cool, interesting.
Yeah.
Moving on to Sam. Oh, dang it, I'm spoiling it every time.
Yeah. So as you
Dude, our
said,
Seinfeld.
Dude,
for all the audio listeners. we had
now we have video.
we had a sign hanging up in the back and it was pathetic already and it
Yeah.
just fell down.
But
So it was-
what
it
are
was
the
an
audio
average-
options?
it was
I
an
don't
average
think there's
sign.
anyone who can. It's only on YouTube right now, right?
Oh well, that's
Well, we
true.
can post an
But I
audio
like-
and
I
a
I
visual.
like
sent
that,
Joe
you know?
Rogan an email, but I don't know. I was gonna see if he can give
We're
us some of
pretty
that
off track.
200 million.
Should I put the sign back up?
Yeah, I'll introduce myself. My name is Sam. If you guys don't know me, my full name is Samuel Gregorio Cisneros.
Wow.
And you
Say
know
it
when
again. Wait, say it again for us
You know,
English-speaking
Samuel
folk.
Gregorio Cisneros. You know, it's funny because
Dang.
I think I used to say that a lot whenever in class in college. They used to ask me for my name, and I'd say my full name like that, and everybody like immediately was like Mexican. This guy's Mexican. Like it was really fun. Like everyone was like, oh, just because I just literally the only thing I can say that fluently.
Well,
I
what
mean,
was
it
funny?
sounds really good.
What was
Really
funny
good
though is that we actually had a guy from Mexico. His name was Rodrigo.
And somehow he was less Mexican than me.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Rodrigo, if you're hearing this, man, we miss you.
Yeah.
We miss you
yes.
in your 5'6" frame. Actually, you're probably my height.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm also 5'8", so I guess we can. throw
You're
that
one
out.
to talk.
Okay. Moving on to our next person. See, I didn't spoil it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm Hunter. My
Hi,
last
Hunter.
name is Schultz, like literally super German.
Schultz?
Say it. Say it as
Schultz.
German.
Schultz, yeah.
What?
Say it.
That's offensive to
No,
so
it's
many Germans.
Oh, Schultz.
Schultz.
I think
Yeah.
I gleeked when I
And
said that.
actually, an interesting fact about that last name. One time, I got made fun of in high school because we were watching a 1940s Disney propaganda film, and the
Disney
lead character that was German his name was Schultz.
Oh, really?
And so I got made fun of for like a solid 3 months because of my last name was Schultz. So
Dang.
there you go. Schultz. Don't worry, we're good. I'm
You know,
recovered
you learn
now.
something new every day.
I'm fully recovered now. So
It sounds like it.
Schultz. It's freaking good.
Gutenberg.
Dude, this table's gonna fall.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, this is a really nice table. Dude, I honestly, I didn't know you can extend it. When you
quality.
guys extended it, I was like, wow.
It was an accident, but it actually worked out well with our chairs.
It's a quality table.
It was either this or paid $40 for a brand new table at Walmart. And
Yeah, I'm not about that.
until this podcast makes a substantial amount of money,
Which it could if people just
if
subscribe.
people
Yeah.
subscribe.
People
Told their
subscribe.
friends.
You know,
Like-
it's like one of
like.
those things where you hear people do it in their videos and you don't know how important it is until you actually do it.
Yeah. Well, that's why the people
I'll be
always
watching a video, they say subscribe, I'm like, nah. It's alright. And I'm over here like thinking,
Now I
oh,
subscribe
actually-
to, like, 400
Also,
channels.
quick shout out to our 13 subscribers
yeah,
now.
So, yeah, so
Wow.
I can let's just
let's just skip
from the
my
top of my
intro.
head. Oh, okay, let's do that and then let's just get that
No,
over
I'm
with.
kidding. Like that's yeah.
But
Anyway,
low-key not.
look, my name is Myles. I'm the founder of this podcast. No,
Said he was gonna quit 10 minutes before we started.
Actually,
whoa,
yeah.
hey, what happens off the mic?
Actually,
stays
do
off the mic.
do your intro and then we'll talk about who came up with this podcast.
All right, yeah, we will. Yeah, no, my name is Myles, and I'm just here to party. I'm here to, have a great talk, great
time.
conversation with great people, and drink Monster.
But what's the interesting fact?
Interesting fact. Grew up in California.
No, you said that last time.
Okay, well, another interesting fact.
No,
I'm
actually, the
half Asian.
monster.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey,
That-
there you
that
go,
was-
yeah.
There you go.
I was thinking Hawaiian, maybe.
Okay. A little
Tell us
bit.
where your dad is from, Myles.
My dad's white. He's
Another one. It's the mom that's
he's a mutt. Lots of things. My mom is just full Filipino, so.
Yeah, that's where you get your eyes.
Where do I get mine?
Yeah, a lot of people have told you, right? Like,
No,
oh
my
God.
girlfriend one time went around telling people that I was half Asian, and then they believed her.
Yeah.
And I wasn't.
I
I'm
would
not at
believe
all.
it.
I'm 100% white.
You guys
so.
could be related.
Great, great insight.
Another great
I
quote
love
from
that.
Adrian Garza.
You guys got the same facial hair.
No, but before I even got into my intro, we were talking. Who did create this podcast? Tell us, if anybody has the answer at this
Okay,
table.
to be fair, I think we all had this idea. We've all wanted to do a podcast for a long time. But I will have to say I'm the one that put it in motion.
It's true.
This is true.
Sort of.
I would say
I mean,
Sam
somebody else
is
could
the
say
founder.
something. Somebody else could say something.
I
But
mean, I said some stuff literally the night before.
the day after, I was like,
Sam
hey,
came
you guys
up
want
to
to
me.
do podcast?
Yeah, I found out I was coming out in it because I got put in a group chat. And I was like,
That's
wait,
true.
what?
Yeah,
I didn't put you in a group chat. That was today.
No, that was
No.
like
that was like a couple
It
days
was-
ago.
last
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't even think I'm on my group chat.
no, like you said it, and you said if you're not in, then you're gonna be replaced,
Yeah.
Oh.
and that's why Adrian said he's in.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't want it
We're
any
ac-
other
well,
way.
well, we're still thinking of replacing him. but
I feel
But
like
yeah.
this show kind of evolves. It could be anything,
Yeah.
and it could just change.
You could have
Yeah.
special guest in replace of
Yeah.
me.
And shout out to our
Yeah.
subscribers, all
He's,
13 of them.
Yeah, that's 2 shout outs for them. That's big time.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
well that's what we're gonna talk about after you said that you had to do your dumb intro first.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep a flow here. This is my podcast time.
Actually, you're right. You're right.
Podcast number 2 is
I
my
need to.
podcast.
I need to get. Yeah, I need to calm it down.
Yeah.
No, it's
I
fine.
hope
Like
it's not
I,
like this the rest of the weeks.
I'm staring at my notes that I spent a lot of time looking over, and
Remember when I asked you earlier in the day twice and you said no, I didn't do anything.
look, I've got 3 things. We've already checked off 1. Introduction.
Yes,
That was a
okay.
Strong
Okay,
one.
I agree.
Strong
This
intro.
is his podcast. I will shut up.
It's not. It's not mine. It's our podcast.
Yeah,
It's even
it's the average
our
people's
viewers' podcast. I want to say that they're involved in this. Any average person. Anyway,
Agreed.
moving on. One of the things that we talked about a little bit last week, just shadowed over, was the bubble. Talking about the NBA, talking about sports. I don't want to spend too much time on here because I know that some people don't, like
Yeah.
sports. But I want to talk about the bubble a little bit.
I do too.
Tell me why you want to talk about.
Okay,
the
I
bubble.
want to talk about it because let's just clear some things up. So when you're listening to this, you'll be listening to this more than likely on a Monday, unless on a Monday. As much because we're recording this on a Thursday because you're going out
Right.
of town for God knows why, and
No,
So
God does know
Okay.
what.
so we're doing this on Thursday, and up to this point, last podcast we recorded was on
A
I think
Saturday.
it was on a,
I think it was a Saturday.
No, Friday.
Friday was it?
Friday.
I think it was a
on
Friday.
I think it was
Friday.
a Friday.
Oh,
So
was
we
it
recorded
Friday?
it. We pre-record our podcast because we're very busy. Actually, we are very
that was
busy.
a roundabout way to say that, but I respect it.
I was like coming.
You're like,
I
if
never
you're
get-
listening to this on
He
a
took you-
Monday, and we go, that was a lot.
But
you guys
We
full circle.
pre-record the podcast.
We record them well in advance sometimes. It's just depending on our schedule because we actually are pretty busy right now
Yep.
with a lot of stuff. To be honest, that's not even a joke. Like, we're
Yep.
No, we
pretty
are.
busy.
There's a lot going on.
So we care about you guys enough to actually do this. All 13 subscribers, hopefully,
You know, and
Shout
more.
out.
And counting,
and more,
we'll say.
and counting. But yeah, so we record a podcast. I keep saying this, dude.
It's all right. Just get to the point.
we record our podcast in advance. So by the time the next one comes out, or by the time the actual episode comes out, some things will have changed. Like we talked about the Suns last time, and they had only played one game, I
Right.
think. Right?
Yeah,
It
they
was
Yes.
versus the Mavs.
No,
No, they had
No,
played
no,
two.
no.
the Mavs was
No,
their
they had
second
they had
game.
played one, and they were playing the Mavs the next day.
Yes.
We
Yep.
Yes, that's
recorded
right.
the podcast,
Yeah.
and then so it was a Saturday. Because
Yeah,
they played on a
'cause it
Sunday.
was. Yeah, exactly.
I always said Saturday. I don't know why you said Friday.
It said
Look,
Saturday.
we don't need to,
Anyway, so okay. Long story short, to this point, the Suns have won as of today. That just happened.
Yep.
4 games, dude.
Yep.
And
Four.
Devin Booker's amazing
Yeah,
buzzer.
4
Devin
games.
Booker is his buzzer beater against. Dude, I cannot stop raving about. You guys know,
know-
I've loved Devin
Yes.
Booker my whole life.
As much as
Cool.
I
Well,
resent
and
your love
when
for the
he's been a
Suns.
Son.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
like-
Well,
Yeah.
he hasn't been
I mean,
anything else.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's-
mean,
that's-
he was a
we're not
Kentucky
counting
Wildcat.
college, dude. We're not counting college.
Yeah.
You know, I've disliked the Suns only because of your love for them. That's really the only reason why.
And what about the Spurs?
Well, we don't even need to talk about them. Like,
It
they're
doesn't even
irrelevant
matter,
at this
dude. Yeah.
point.
Well, they have the same
but
record.
the Suns, I'll say, I respect them. 4-0 in the bubbles. This as far as we are now.
Dude,
I mean, that's pretty cool for
Who's
a
a-
terrible team.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin Booker's a great player, but who
And
else do they
and
have?
and
I
they're
mean,
missing
come on.
they're missing Kelly Oubre.
missing Kelly
Yeah.
Oubre. The
Dwight Howard's missing him too.
Howard's missing.
Yeah. Look
I
it
mean,
up if you guys don't know
I
what that
can't-
means.
I can't rave enough about the Suns. I just love them. I can name you everybody on that team, everything that's happened. In the
So
past we've been through a lot.
What
and,
started your love? What started your love for the Suns?
Great question.
Well, I grew up watching Steve Nash, Amari
Mm.
Stoudemire,
He's a great
Sean
player.
Marion.
Great player.
Yeah, because he went to the Lakers.
He
yeah,
played for
well,
the
no,
Mavs, too.
He played for the he played for the Mavs first. But for a
02,
little
03,
bit.
he played for the
yeah,
Mavs,
and
yeah.
then he went to the Suns, and that was his.
he was
majority
great
of
with
his
the
career.
Suns. Yeah,
And then he went to the Lakers, and
well,
yeah,
the
like,
Lakers, he was at the end of his career.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just went down.
it was like one of
It's
those
kinda sad.
one of those CP3 things, getting tossed around at the end of your
But
career.
CP,
Yeah.
no, but hey, but CP3
Shout out to
balls out
CP3.
anywhere he goes.
Except
he
last
does.
night.
He balls out anywhere he goes.
But yeah, I love Steve Nash, and I feel like I don't want to go too.
No,
you know,
all
I
this to
can't.
say, the Suns,
The Suns are the
respect.
hot team,
Big,
to be honest.
Big
right
respect to them.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah,
The Suns are the hottest team.
they're playing
Yeah.
great right now.
They're the only
Yeah.
teem to be undefeated.
Yeah,
So.
which is, I mean, it's
Something to say.
fantastic for
True.
the last seed in the conference. So,
You keep doing that. Give them credit, dude.
just undermining
end it
you
there,
every
no.
time.
I'll give them credit. They're doing well. All right, and then right there. No, but really, what I wanted to bring up in the bubble was talking about Jonathan Isaac. You know,
Oh.
this is an interesting. I mean,
Conspiracies.
did we talk? When
We
did this
talk-
happen?
So we talked
This
the
happened-
last time we talked about it. We had talked about the fact that he didn't kneel.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, fast forward, we know that he's torn his ACL,
Taylor's ACL,
which is devastating, very sad.
Yeah.
He's a great player, but what are your thoughts on that? I mean, he kneeled, he didn't kneel,
no, he didn't.
and
Yeah.
now he is kneeling,
Yeah.
but for a very different reason.
I don't even know if he can kneel, actually.
Oh,
Probably
God.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he's kneeling with one leg.
it's sad, but
What?
yeah,
That's how you-
I'm sorry about that, guys.
I
I
didn't
didn't
realize
realize
it
it
makes sense.
Yeah,
though,
I mean,
dude.
either way, he's just like one of them is like playing. I don't know how it is.
Adrian-
Dude, you need to stop, man.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
sorry.
you're a doctor?
Spiraling
I don't-
down.
Yeah,
Actually, no.
it
but-
just doesn't make any sense.
It's kind of funny though. That whole thing's kind of funny. Just the
it's
fact
so
that
ironic.
he just tore his ACL like days after he didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not here to say that there's a conspiracy. Although,
Right.
I'm a big conspiracy guy. I always love listening to people's conspiracies.
There's some weird ones out there.
Yeah, there are some like aliens.
Dude, there's
like,
one. I
that's
saw
of my
one that
favorite ones.
apparently all of the world's greatest leaders are a alien
Illuminati?
lizard
Oh.
race that,
Oh,
that can shapeshift, and they've all been put into
Okay.
power. And
You
then
sold me.
at one
I'm
point,
sold.
at one point, they're gonna all like get together, and then they're gonna unveil themselves.
That's incredible.
And then it's gonna be the end.
Dude, I gotta look that
Honestly,
up.
like
Wow.
that's pretty crazy. But I could kind of get with the whole thing of the Illuminati and
Okay,
world
okay. I
leaders.
thought you were about to say shapeshifting
no,
lizard.
no, 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 no.
That's something I can get behind.
Dude,
I love
I'm
that.
not going
Scientology is
that
my
far.
path, bro.
Although that would be really sick.
You just imagine, dude, unzipping their heads and they're all lizards.
Or what's
dude.
on the
SpongeBob, where
No,
Patrick takes off and he's a
Mission
gorilla.
Impossible?
Yeah, yeah,
Mission
Mission Impossible.
Dude, that whole scene is so funny.
It's like a real gorilla. It's just-
No, because
That is a
it's like
classic.
Sandy takes her hat off and it's Patrick,
Yeah,
and then SpongeBob takes it off and it's Sandy, and then Patrick takes it off and it's a
Dude,
real person in a gorilla
The best
suit.
is when they show Sandy and like it's a real squirrel. Like in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is the
Dude, that
best.
show honestly was super smart. That show
Dude,
is
yeah.
humorous.
I still quote that
Hilarious.
show a lot to this day.
I don't think
It's a great show.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
to not get
No,
it.
but-
Shout out to
Get it.
I
SpongeBob.
can't even remember. What
And that brings us to our
We're talking about the
first
bubble,
sponsor of the day,
Jonathan
No, but yeah, but I was like,
Nickelodeon.
You were saying how the conspiracies with
oh,
Jonathan.
conspiracies.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get behind the conspiracies of world leaders are in a club. Maybe not the Illuminati, but you know, I
Something.
could totally see them in their own little
Yeah.
powwow determining certain things. You know.
I mean, the funny thing about conspiracies is that there's so much to dissect about every conspiracy, and it's funny because let's take that one for example. Like someone can lay out like these whole this whole book of reasons why you should believe what they're saying.
Like
Right.
flat
And
Earth,
then-
like the
yeah,
whole flat Earth
Earth
thing,
too. Yeah, and
They
then
literally have like
Jeez.
a Bible for flat earthers.
Yeah.
And it's a
But then
sci-fi book.
there's somebody else that lays
Flat
out a whole
Bible.
book of reasons why you shouldn't believe it, and it's like, you're like so it's overwhelmed with information, but I
There's
just
two
think
sides to every story. You know.
Mhm.
but it's
Two
crazy
sides to every
though.
coin.
You'll never.
Hey, just go, let it out.
I was like, you'll
It's
you'll
like
never,
4 burps in a row.
but you'll never really know. That's the thing. It's crazy. Like you'll never really know.
That's the cool thing about conspiracies is that they can go so far, and you'll probably never know the truth. But you can either choose to go that's a
Yeah,
total
it's like-
lie, or you can kind of believe it. You know how much of that does I don't know.
It's
does
just
it
fun
matter? I
to
don't know.
it's just fun to listen to conspiracies like
I
the,
mean, yeah,
the things that people.
What did you
Think of,
like?
yeah.
think
So
of,
did you
it's-
read a conspiracy about Jonathan Isaac or?
Well, no, not about Jonathan
You just were thinking
Isaac,
about-
but
oh.
But there's
It's
like
just-
people
it's just
are
ironic.
saying like, oh, it's kind of
Well,
fishy that he tore his
people
ACL
say it's
right
karma.
after.
It's
Actually,
like, of
I never
course,
even
but-
thought about that. I was just in shock that he tore his ACL.
You know,
it's
interesting
crazy.
fact. I went on his Instagram page after I heard his little interview on why he didn't kneel.
Oh yeah,
He's
Yeah.
actually an ordained minister.
really?
I
Yeah,
didn't know
he is
That's
100%.
crazy.
That's really cool.
Wow.
I think it recently happened. But yeah, I was going through. I was just checking out his
Yeah.
stuff.
Wow, that's
and
pretty cool.
Yeah, he's actually an actual
You know what I
minister.
wonder though, like, 'cause you know how like he was the first one to do it, right? And then all of a sudden you started seeing multiple people start doing it after that.
Right.
So I
Well, I
wonder
mean,
if,
some of them stood for different
Yeah.
There's all
purposes,
different
but
reasons.
yeah.
but like I wonder if that's gonna start being like a trend now, like in multiple sports, people, 'cause I
Like
mean,
the opposite
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
thing.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Like first it
Because-
was kneeling, now
yeah,
it's not
first it's kneeling, now it's like okay,
dude, this world
wait.
is crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's
This
kind
world
of
is
weird, right? You know,
crazy,
you think
dude.
about that, like
Mm.
in 1 minute kneeling, like think about Colin Kaepernick, like a year or whatever
Dude.
ago, 2
Yeah.
years ago.
no one was
Kneeling
doing
was
it.
like
yeah.
the worst thing ever to do.
And
Yeah.
now
And
it's
now
the
standing
opposite.
is,
yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
I didn't even think
you
about
know?
that.
but
to be
there's
honest.
but there's like so much division, like it causes a lot of people to like hate on other people just because they're not doing what they're doing.
Yeah, but it's crazy how
Like-
fast like it can
Yeah,
flip.
it turns.
And
Well,
then
and
it's
it's-
like, okay, now doing the other thing is
That's
the
so
like,
Yeah,
weird,
oh,
and it's
that's
interesting.
wild.
It's interesting with like Jonathan Isaac because you would think that like with the whole standing and not kneeling thing, it would be like against the whole like Black Lives Matter movement. But
Yeah.
like he's like he himself is like black, so it's like there's no way for him to be like in complete opposition of what's going on.
And I think he explained
Yeah.
it actually.
Yeah,
he
did.
exactly.
He
He
explained
does.
it really well.
But it's
yeah.
just very interesting because it's
Yeah.
like you wouldn't almost like off the top of your head you wouldn't expect the person that would be not kneeling to be like
yeah.
someone a part of like
Right.
that community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's even interesting. We don't, get political on this podcast, but we're going there right now. But I feel like the whole kneeling, standing thing is even beyond now. Black Lives Matter goes further into just more justice in
You know,
general. But
If I can say one thing about all this, and like you said, we're not trying to get political, but if I can say just this, I hope that nobody's doing anything even just beyond the kneeling and all that stuff, that nobody's doing anything for the wrong reasons.
Right.
Like, I hope people aren't doing this because it's a trend,
Yeah.
that people aren't standing for things because they don't know what they're standing for, and they're doing
Yeah.
it because everyone
Yeah.
else is doing it. But I want people to understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of,
But you know, I mean, that even brings up an interesting thing of I've been thinking about of trends in like social media
silly bands.
and oh yeah, silly bands. What's the point? Yeah, I love silly bands, bro. Don't even
silly bands, dude?
some stand-up comedy routine. Tell me what's going on with silly bands.
Elephant, dude, on your wrist, dude.
Looks like a circle, but then you take it off. Anyway, no, but I mean the idea of trends and you know
How they
these
come and
big
go.
justice movements that are like sweeping right now, which is I think great. You know,
Mhm.
more publicity the better for you know stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
But the younger generation just seeing this stuff on Instagram or wherever
Yeah.
they see it, and then just going, oh yeah, that's where I'll like my belief
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
attach
Yeah.
itself
Yeah, and I think
because it's trendy. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
h-
exactly,
what the
exactly.
danger
That's
in
what I'm
that.
saying.
You know,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
kinda
and I
interests me.
that's where I
Yeah.
agree with Sam is like I feel like it's like if you are gonna kneel, like kneel because you know why you're kneeling, and if
Yeah.
you're gonna stand, like stand because you know why you're standing
Right.
up.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
I
yeah.
hate it whenever people go to rallies or people like post stuff on social media or they say certain things and then you ask them like why they believe that out of like genuine curiosity and they're like, oh, I really don't know, like I'm just kind of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's
Right.
Yeah,
you need to
100%.
it's you just need to stand for what you believe in.
Yeah, and you know we can't quiz everyone and ask them if they know why, but yeah, the hope is that would be it. But
Yeah.
it's interesting today with the way that
Mhm.
media and things are information is received.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knows how much people
Yeah,
are
I-
looking into things.
I don't like that. I don't like the fact. I mean, you know, social media is gonna be here. We can hate on it as much as we want,
Mhm.
but it's gonna be there.
And I don't hate it. You know,
Yeah, I don't either.
I just
like,
you know there's just certain
Yeah.
aspects of it that are
like it's social media is for entertainment, and that it should just stay
Yeah,
that way. dude.
exactly.
It
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
stay for
I agree.
entertainment. Like, I don't like it becoming, you know, a way for you to, whatever, dude. I'm not gonna get into it,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
I
we
just,
could go so far
I know,
into
but
it.
I don't
but
watch
yeah,
them
yeah,
either.
I don't want to go so in depth, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
interesting. You know,
Yeah.
with the things that like these kind of bring up and what surrounds it. But anyway, the bubble. I mean, that's that. I don't want to talk about the Spurs because
Yeah. I mean,
What's
there's
there
not
to
much
talk
to talk
about?
about the Spurs.
we could talk about the Lakers.
What are they,
number
2 and
one
2?
seed.
Are they 2 and 2?
Two
They got
two right
slapped
now.
last night by the OKC thing.
You know they did. They shot I think like
Shouts
23%.
Dustin Keener, loyal.
Yeah,
OKC
he's a
fan.
loyal OKC.
Loyal OKC fan and loyal Average People podcast listener.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
yes.
true.
Shout out to Dustin. He doesn't subscribe, but he's
But he
He's
will.
going to.
he's a
He will.
personal subscriber.
He doesn't know where the
subscribes to our-
Subscribes to me as
button
he
is.
subscribes to our well-being.
He told me today he
love
was
that
trying
guy.
to find the subscribe button, but he couldn't find it.
What do you
he
say about
he
you,
clicked
Hunter?
the bell, but
Oh,
he didn't
dude,
subscribe.
he said I look like Chad Veach and Jimmy
Jimmy
Kimmel
Kimmel.
had a child.
That's
which is
that
so
is
true.
actually yeah.
It's so accurate.
Yeah.
You know?
But
I mean, I don't see the eyes.
We
but
should on
It's
our.
the Jimmy Kimmel like the
It's just we should put on the name of the title of this podcast.
oh my gosh.
Average People Podcast, special guest Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
I'm all like
you're all dressed up in a suit and
Yeah.
tie. Suit and tie.
Yeah, no, gotta love Dustin Keener.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, the
He's a
Lakers
good
did get smacked
Slapped.
by OKC, but
Yeah.
you know, when you shoot 20 some
Yeah.
like they only shot 20-some%.
Yeah, it was a bad
and they
night.
played really bad.
yeah.
Let
And
me hold up real quick. Let me ask you guys this:
There we go.
Do you think the teams are playing different, like in the bubble, after
for
spending so much
sure.
time?
The refs are different too, man.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
well,
you
what
look at
I've-
how many calls are
Yeah.
being made.
What
I mean,
what I've
it's
noticed
gone
too,
up.
they're calling a lot of things, but at the same time they're also letting things go, like more frequently. Like you'll see like some hardcore fouls and
You
like
can you just move the mouse or just
Yeah.
click? Just click.
you'll
There's
see
a
some like
screensaver.
hardcore fouls and like they won't call it, but then they'll call like a weird one. And
But
then
the thing is, I feel like it looks like it's a hardcore foul, but in the bubble you can hear everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
And so like I think that's why more calls are being made because you can literally
Probably.
hear the slaps.
yeah.
I guess.
I heard Doris Burke talk about this the
Yeah.
other night.
Is that why you brought it up?
Well, no, I mean I didn't even bring it up, but yeah, I think you can hear more of the slaps. So that's one
Yeah,
thing. So
yeah.
like the flop,
Yeah.
if someone's flopping, it's more obvious because
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you didn't get fouled.
Plus, there's no like crowd for the refs to play to, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
if you're a hometown ref,
There's
and
just
you're-
the money.
You're just
Yeah.
hearing it. I mean, you're just hearing it from the
There's
players
just the
and
under the
coach.
table money from the team.
Yeah,
It's
there's just the
flowing.
bribes that we
Yeah.
won't talk
Yeah.
about.
But yeah, no, it's
'cause
it's
NBA is
interesting.
rigged,
It's interesting
obviously,
for sure.
but-
Yeah, that's
but-
why the Mavericks keep losing.
No,
Well,
When
they
Luka
just-
drops 40.
Luka's a great player. We're surrounded by a crap team. Let's move on to something else. No,
Yes.
next on my list of things, there's only 3, so two are done. third one's coming up. I mean, I know we said we're not talking politics, but like it's on my mind. Kanye West.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about him.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Jeez,
it
that
happened
was
a
last
couple
week.
weeks ago.
Or 2 weeks.
2 weeks
Yeah,
ago,
like
I
2
think.
weeks
Now
ago.
that
He
he
had his,
did
like,
his
nervous
like
breakdown.
presidential
Speech,
rally, and then did his like his Twitter rant, which man, like those things are crazy.
It's hard to watch.
But-
I'm just surprised you still uses Twitter, man. I deleted my
uses
Twitter,
Twi-
man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
I
deleted
haven't
I
it.
don't
touched
know.
Twitter
I
in so
I
long.
remember when that was the hot thing, man. I had
In
it. and
2012, that
dude,
was it.
I'm gonna admit something. My username
Say
was
it.
Dance Rar Sam.
Oh
That was
my
literally
God.
Was
my
it
username.
XX Dance Rar Sam XX?
XD.
Heck yeah.
I wasn't
RAR or Omega RAR.
I wasn't I wasn't a RAR XD person,
It's a
but I
Rafflecopter?
don't know why I did that, to be honest. I just want to. So if you look me up, I won't be there.
Dude,
But
mine
that
I
was
think
my
on
username
Twitter
at
my
one
name
point.
was either just my name or Torpedo. I
Dude,
can't remember.
Mine was Lazarex11.
Oh my gosh,
Twitter
Nice.
brings the
Oh my
worst out of
gosh,
you, man.
yeah.
Twitter's
It's
crazy.
like
we're back
you know,
on social
dude,
media.
you know what's funny? It's like every social media platform is like for different people.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
they each bring out something different in a person. Like a person can have like all of these, but they're different on each social media
I feel like
platform,
Twitter
dude.
brings out the worst though,
It does. It's
because
seriously-
Twitter's so raw.
I feel like
you
it's
can
fast
just
paced.
bam.
Like it's like
Yeah.
it's like you're limited in what you can say, but then you just say whatever's on your mind.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
in Facebook, it's more
True.
official if you post a status. You know,
Yeah.
people aren't gonna do
like,
it.
oh,
Mhm.
Well,
engaged
because
too.
Yeah,
like Facebook has Marketplace and it's used for multiple things. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I that's what all I use Facebook
I-
for is for
same.
Marketplace.
Ooh, shout out to Zucky,
Oh.
Marky Zucky,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg, who's gonna
He's gonna be on the.
he's gonna
podcast.
brainwash us. He's gonna put some
You
sort
know
of
what's
bug in
funny
Facebook
too?
that's
We
gonna
were
go in
just
our
talking about
brains.
this. Let me just confirm my facts as we talk about it. But TikTok, you know, there was a time
Oh.
where, I mean, the last couple of days, everyone's thinking TikTok's gonna be
Banned.
banned. They're gonna get rid of it because of
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
China.
But from what I hear, Microsoft has purchased TikTok.
I heard that they
Yes.
were. I don't know if they've purchased it
But
yet.
they're in the
but I heard
process of it, right?
they have a certain amount of time before.
Yeah.
It's like Trump told them, like basically, you have this amount of time to purchase.
Which-
Otherwise, it's gonna be banned.
I mean, yeah.
Bro.
Personally, I'm a user. I'm a TikTok user.
I think I just dislocated my finger.
Are you serious?
No, I don't know.
Dude, why do you
Okay.
interrupt? You're interrupting the flow.
I just
dude.
realized my
Gosh,
fingers.
Let's
like,
just throw in a sponsor now.
awkwardly
crooked. Thank you, John.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my gosh. I hate that.
Thank you,
ad.
Candy Crush. You can get
Oh
it for
my
free.
goodness. Or
Download it on the
Vice
App Store.
Golf balls. I always get those ads.
Vice golf balls.
The Foo
Anyway,
Fighters?
if Vice wants to sponsor this podcast,
Dude, that'd be sick.
I would love
Hey,
that.
we're avid golfers.
We
all of
are.
us, so,
All of us are.
I just
amazing
bought a new
golfers.
set.
So Vice, if you're hearing this, Vice will
yeah,
tag you.
I mean, I'll play the
Dude,
pro
I'll-
tours.
Vice Pro V1s. Vice Pro V1s.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Vice.
100% agree.
Pro-
I'm
V1
I'm,
Interesting.
I'm like legitimately as the leader of this.
Self-proclaimed.
Throw out your title.
No, I'm going to contact Vice, see if we can get that's
I had dingers.
stupid.
Yeah,
Just
you know,
kidding.
back to TikTok. According
Yeah.
to this, Microsoft's roots in China have positioned to buy
Yeah.
TikTok.
Wow.
You know, so, I mean, this could be a good thing. As a TikTok user myself, I'm
Avid
I'm
TikTok
happy that
user.
it's not going away.
And maker of TikToks as well.
You know, I did go viral once. Deleted it since then.
Was it the basketball one?
No, it was one from 13
Call of Duty.
Reasons Why.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did a
yeah,
little
yeah,
like
yeah.
a funny thing
Oh,
off of
man.
it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I decided after that TikTok's not my thing.
Dude, you're still on it
to
quite
post,
a bit.
but I'm still on it. To watch.
Yeah. Just for the funny videos.
If you guys remember Vine, like Vine back
I
in the
loved
day
Vine.
was like
Okay,
literally
yeah.
the
Great.
best.
Yeah.
Like
Vine was like for
Comedy more though.
yeah, like I feel a lot of Viners are now legitimate. Not legitimate.
Creators.
YouTubers, yeah.
Creators, yeah.
Yeah, that's
they're
true.
they're legitimately talented. Like
Yeah.
Or
Nick
comedians.
Coletti,
oh yeah,
Nick
where's
Coletti.
Cameron Dallas? Hmm?
Cameron Dallas.
Where's that guy?
Not all. Some of them fell
Where's
through the cracks.
where's the other kid?
Some of them fell through the
The
cracks.
MagCon
But
boys.
some of
Where are
them
they?
had-
Huh?
some of them had their moment to shine.
Like Nick Coletti, who's Casey Frey.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ca- oh,
Casey,
dude,
that
that
guy's
guy's
hilarious,
hilarious,
man.
man.
Casey
Yeah.
Frey. There's a lot of
Jeez, I
them.
love that guy.
But yeah, like there's some that felt like Cameron Dallas.
Cody
Who- where's
Ko?
that guy? Cody Ko.
Cody
Ko
Ko,
used to make
dude,
Vines,
his man, he's so funny.
Yeah.
I love.
I
that guy.
loved Vine. Vine was really cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever made them, but I think
Let's
Vine
bring it
kinda
back.
TikTok exudes Vine energy though.
It-
It's
Yeah.
in
But
a
then it
different
has,
way.
like-
I would
it's
not-
got
No.
it's got, but I think it's more, widespread. Like Vine was very like one dimensional.
Yeah.
TikTok is very like multi-dimensional.
Vine was one dimensional, but that was right up my alley. What it was
Right,
one dimensional
yes.
for.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
TikTok, I feel, dude, I'm just gonna say it, man.
It's
I
too
feel like it's for like immature young people that just
Dude, why are you
dance
calling
in
him
front of
out?
a camera, dude?
Well, some people are
Dude,
like that. Yeah.
I
It's like,
cannot
do you remember Musically?
I get a nasty
I mean, it
itch.
was Musically.
Oh,
Yeah,
Musically,
exactly.
It was that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
no, no.
exactly what it is
It's
now.
I get dude like this ugly itch that I just whenever I see somebody just dancing and it's like 4 trillion
Oh.
views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate it, man. I cannot stand. I get, dude. I need to like
You know
Yeah.
that boggles my mind that
get-
people become famous
off of
from doing
dancing,
TikTok
dude.
dances.
And
Dancing,
make
yeah.
money.
Oh my
Make
And they're
like
like,
loads
they're
of
like
money.
10-second, 15-second dances, and then boom, viral.
Yeah.
Millions, and then they're like all of a sudden
hate
now they're
that,
coming
dude.
out with like makeup palettes.
Yep.
Well, but
And all
like,
that
they're
crap.
getting
Look,
Jeffree
you know,
Star's
look,
helping him out. Like
I'm gonna say it too. I'm
golly,
gonna say it
dude.
too.
They
Good.
got YouTube drama now, dude. I don't even know.
I'm gonna say it like Jackson Mahomes. He got famous because of his brother, but he also dances.
Yeah.
And everyone's always like, if
Yeah,
you look
but
at the
that's-
comments, but
that-
no,
That's
but look, the thing is though, if you look at the
That's
comments,
different,
everyone's like
dude.
telling him off, but they're still watching his video. Like,
Yeah,
that's
he's
what-
still getting
that's-
views,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's still getting views.
Exactly. It
But
doesn't
what I'm
make- it blows
saying
my
is
mind.
that I feel like
It blows my mind.
I just there's honest people out here trying to make a living off of legitimate. Okay, not legitimate, but just good content.
But
you know, like,
entertainment is entertainment.
It's
You
true.
know, if it
I hate to
entertains
admit it,
an
but
audience,
yes.
What
Yeah.
defines
That's it.
entertainment?
But you know what? It's so
I know.
it's so it blows my mind,
let me
dude.
get my
How
dictionary out.
it blows my mind how people think that is. Okay, I get that was a good point, and I hate that you said that because I have to agree with it because it's true. Entertainment is entertainment.
Thank you. I appreciate you giving me props for that.
But I cannot stand the fact that people call that entertainment, dude. Like
It's true.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what entertains some may not
May not-
entertain
yeah,
others.
it's
and,
so
and
ridiculous.
What the
Not wrong.
but they're making money while they're getting mad.
That's
or-
what I-
wait,
hey,
no,
wait,
wow.
say it, say it.
They're getting
No, we're getting mad.
we're getting mad, they're
while
getting rich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
In
Yeah.
the words of 2
In
Chainz.
the words of 2
In the
Chainz.
words of my boy 2 Chainz, you know,
Also coming on the podcast.
Trappy's coming on the podcast.
We got him
if we
lined
can,
up.
Chainz's dog.
if we can get Trappy on here.
No, we got Trappy's
made it.
friend, who's also a dog,
Oh,
to come onto
Scrappy.
the podcast.
Scrappy and Trappy.
So we have.
I think
who do we
Juno
have?
should
We
make
have
an
like
appearance.
Fauci on the list.
Fauci's
We
coming
have,
next week, yeah, and then Zuckerberg.
Zucky.
Zucky.
um,
We got Bahad Bahabi coming on the podcast. You'll remember her from Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
We got
Dr.
Dr.
Phil.
Phil coming.
No.
Oprah
But yeah,
We
okay.
got
Winfrey.
Adrian's mom.
Back to Kanye though.
I don't know why he
Shout
keeps
out
this-
Michelle Garza.
No, we should actually just have a bunch of like normal people because it's the Average People's
Yeah,
podcast.
that's.
Instead
I
of
hope.
pe-
I really. My hope is that we don't get big. So that we
Honestly,
keep
let's
it
just stay at
average.
the
I think
13
our
subscribers
ambitions
that we
are
have now.
different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to quit. I'm gonna have to quit on air.
This
Okay.
is my quitting.
But yes, Kanye.
Miles just walks off.
Yeah,
Kanye.
Dude, how do we get
Wow.
over here anyway?
Back
know,
to Kanye.
Social media. That's why.
Social media, but Kanye West. Let's talk about mental health. No, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
It's a little too deep for. And we've already gone pretty deep in this podcast already.
Yeah.
I
But
like-
man,
dude,
what a
this-
guy! Like I can't believe, the presidency, what's happening. What's
Dude.
coming up.
Is he actually still?
No,
I don't think so.
He
No,
pulled his
Yeah.
he pulled
He
his
dropped
ticket.
out.
Yeah,
Did he
he's not on
actually?
the, he's
What
not
about
on the
Harambe?
ticket. Bro,
Harambe still has my vote.
I'm still writing Harambe.
dude, I remember when it was Trump and Clinton,
Yeah.
and everybody was voting for Harambe,
Dude,
and
there
he
was, like-
actually showed up on the charts.
I
It
love
was like
that.
0.1%, but he was
there
on there.
There was like a few thousands, right, that voted for him.
3,000. There's like billions.
We
I
can't
guess.
forget Something Wong who went down in the airplane 5 years ago.
Something.
If you know that reference,
Oh, that's
I love
hilarious, dude.
no. But Kanye, what I wanted to
Dude.
talk about Kanye was just like the idea that a guy like him, the transformations that
Yeah, I
he's
was gonna
gone
say.
through his career of a pink polo wearing dude to all of
Yeah.
a sudden Yeezys and his dope brand
Yeah.
to becoming a Christian to having mental breakdowns. Man, what a crazy guy.
Presidency, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wanted to be a president, but that's just crazy to think about that somebody can transform in that way so many
Like right in front of our
times.
eyes, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
we
get
know
he's
everything
bipolar,
that's
right?
going
But
on, man.
Yeah.
still.
But I mean, like even then though, you watch like because I've listened to like Kanye's music for like a very long time now, and you can see his kind of where he's like transforming as a person. You can see it in his
lyrics,
music a
yeah,
lot
his
as
music,
well,
yeah.
because I mean you can just see from like the beginning when you have like his
From
first few albums to
Graduation
like
and
The
all that.
Life of Pablo and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then going on to like his latest album, which is like totally like
What is
a
it called again?
gospel. God is-
Jesus is king.
Jesus is King, or is it God is King?
I think
Jesus is King.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus is King.
But anyway, yeah, you look at that stuff, and then even the stuff he does on the side with
Different,
Sunday
yeah.
service
Oh,
now
yeah.
and stuff like that.
What do they call it again? They call it something.
It's called Sunday
Sunday
service.
service.
I think,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
but it's like you see him going from that role of
When
like
is
a
it? When do they do
producer. What is it?
When do they do that?
On Sundays.
Sundays. But you see him
Wait,
becoming
what
like a
is it on
live
Sundays?
producer rather than it being like a track or an album.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you blame the guy for having a nervous breakdown though? Like,
I mean, no,
he's
that's
got
the
a lot
thing. I
going
mean,
on.
that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
That's-
Is
yeah,
the
I-
pressures of what
yeah.
he's doing? Like,
You got to just pray for the guy, man. To
Yeah.
be like he's.
it's crazy.
So whenever you get that big, he's like one of the biggest
hard,
celebrities
yeah.
ever.
Yeah,
like,
you can
to
ask
ever
anybody anywhere, and
exist.
they'll know
Anybody
who
knows
Kanye
everybody
is.
knows
Yeah.
Kanye.
Or Yeezys at least.
Yeah, they
Everybody
gotta know
knows what
something about
Yeezys are.
Kanye, but like how you're saying, dude, it's a transformation. But dude, I just feel bad. I feel bad.
I
for
feel
the guy.
bad for
like,
him. Yeah, I was.
He's in. You know, I mean, you don't know because it looks like he was starting to trend in the right direction,
Yeah.
and then
I mean,
you know
I don't-
anything can trigger him.
Yeah.
And
I don't feel like he's completely off, like went over the edge. I just feel like he's just trying to figure things out.
No, but I mean, he
uh,
goes in like these
Yeah.
waves,
Yeah,
which
he
is the
does.
whole part of his diagnosis. But
Yeah.
like,
it's,
it's kind
I
of
f-
wild to think.
It would
like,
be hard.
You
It
know?
would be really hard to have a diagnosis like that and be so in the spotlight.
yeah,
Right.
Because
Yeah,
it's like
it's
And
not-
people
it's
don't
not
give him a
healthy, man.
break.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
I mean, now we're back to the social media thing, but I mean, it's just this is the theme of today.
Well,
you
it's
know?
just
Maybe in
our
our
world.
description,
It's our world right
you
now.
know,
social
it'll
media,
be in there.
social media, Kanye, and what's
Social media, Kanye, and the
and
Suns.
bubble.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel.
with Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah.
featuring Jimmy Kimmel. But yeah, I mean, social media, like people don't let up on the guy. You know, they roast him to no end because he's in the
yeah.
spotlight and they
Yeah.
expect him to be some
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
well put together
the
person.
thing
But
is-
everybody knows he's not like that.
The
you
thing
know?
is, though, it's hard because like I heard I heard someone once say that like you can wake up and there's already 20 people offended with anything that you say, and that's the thing is like you can say something and somebody's always gonna get offended with anything that you say. So like Kanye can say something, he can make Jesus king, and all the Christian supporters will come. But then as soon as he says something like this, like all the everyone's right off back off the
Yeah, I
bandwagon
mean,
again. Like
that's the negative about life is you're always gonna have people that agree with you, people that don't agree with you, and it always seems like the people that don't agree with you are the loudest.
Yeah, and it's amplified when you're a public
Yeah,
figure
when you're a
or you
celebrity
have some
too.
kind
Oh
of
my
status
gosh.
anywhere. You
It's
know?
always sad to see those headlines, like a big celebrity has a downfall.
Yeah, I hate
And then
that.
they spiral, dude. It's so sad.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
sad.
Britney Spears, like that whole
Oh.
situation with her is crazy.
She's coming
with,
back though.
I mean,
Kind of.
she's coming back, but also, I mean, the whole
Which
thing
actually,
of
I don't know.
what's the, I mean, there's the whole thing with the mental hospital can take her at any time.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's like a whole drama with that.
Leave
but yeah,
Britney
I mean,
alone,
even
that's all
that,
I
like
gotta Just leave her
dude, I
alone.
love that video, man.
Leave
Leave
Britney
Britney alone.
That's a classic.
When she's crying on the bed, dang,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like YouTube, OG YouTube
Yeah.
with Chocolate Rain.
I was never a fan of Kanye, and I know that's probably gonna be an unpopular opinion. I was never a fan of his. I don't like rap.
Right.
I'm not a fan of rap. But as I have evolved as a human being, I don't know. I still don't like
'Cause
rap,
you have
but
transformed through the years.
I just
he only
it's-
likes
it's-
Migos. And
No,
don't know
I
if that
just-
considers rap.
I don't like rap, but you gotta feel for the guy, man. Poor guy. He's with the Kardashians. He's associated with the Kardashians,
That's-
and that's
yeah,
just
that's
bad news
crazy.
to begin with.
Well, I mean, and like you look at that, like if even if you take away the whole Kanye factor, like just being associated with the Kardashians puts you in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
add the Kanye the fact that he's Kanye,
Kanye.
and he's
Yeah.
got all of his music, he's got like
It's
Myles was
true.
saying,
I don't
it's
want
just so much pressure from everybody.
Yeah.
But I will give it to him. Like the dude is a very smart guy. Like
Oh,
you
yeah,
can hear it in his
100%.
lyrics,
Yeah,
the way
for
he
sure.
talks, the way he carries
Some of his
himself.
interviews, bro, crazy. Like
Yeah.
that guy is like,
He's
I mean,
very put.
yeah.
He seems very put together on like his interviews.
yeah,
and
and
stuff.
he's a deep thinker.
But that's yeah. I mean, but you hear it like even when he says like stuff like what he just said about the whole Harriet Tubman thing. Like he thinks very deep. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like that's just random. Like he was processing in his mind. Like it's not like he just goes up and just says whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like
Exactly.
he's thinking
Just
about
to
that kind of
clear
stuff.
up. I don't hate the Kardashians. To be honest, I don't hate anybody.
Do
I
you
just,
do
it's
you
I don't
keep
hate
up
them either.
with the
It's like-
Kardashians?
I don't keep.
I
up
used
with
to
them.
keep
I
up.
used to keep
You
up.
know,
Miles,
Yeah.
classic
my mom was an
California.
avid keeping up with the Kardashians watcher.
A keeper upper.
So yeah, did I keep up sometimes? Yeah. Do I love Scott
upkeeper?
Disick or Lord
Lord
Disick, as I
Disick.
like to call him?
Oh,
Yeah,
Jared
maybe
Leto
I do.
2.0.
Jared
I tell you what, I love his house. Have you seen his house?
I've watched the tour.
What
His
is it
house
like?
is pretty
Yeah.
sick.
It's pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah, I was telling you about how I saw him in the Miami airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mean, what a guy.
Oh, was
From
it
a
you?
distance. I think he was on the way to rehab.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well,
Scott-
you
It was
were
me
on
and
Scott.
it was
Yeah.
me and
Scotty boy.
me and Natalie Espinosa
You guys saw
Oh,
Scott
one
himself.
on
of
our
the- one of the
Dominican
Valley's
Republic
OGs.
trip.
I heard about that.
Oh no, yes, I did hear about that. Yeah,
we
you
saw
guys
him,
saw.
we saw him in the distance, not close
Yeah.
up, but
Jeez.
interesting. Yeah, nonetheless.
It's crazy. the conversations that we've just had.
Very deep.
From social media into all the things. I feel like we should add that, in the title.
Social
Yeah,
media.
we
You know,
actually.
what we talk about, so people can like have a
Yeah,
little,
because I think I screwed it up with the first description.
Yeah.
you didn't screw it up, bro.
I think we're all
Don't
learning.
be so hard.
We
on
are
yourself.
learning. And that's
No.
just part of the Average People's podcast.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling Hunter. I was telling him, hey, I think it's kind of cool that we take a step up each episode.
Yeah.
Because
and
we're learning too.
Because we're learning too. We've never done
And
this.
I think
it's
the
average.
promo for the second one's gonna be better for the
Than the
second
first
one.
one.
Yeah,
the first
because
one.
I took a couple good pictures.
Oh,
good-
speaking of promo, while we're here, if you made it to this part of the podcast, first of all, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
so
thanks
much.
for listening.
Thank you.
Seriously. Like I really. No, yeah. say
Oh,
it.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'll continue with what I was gonna say.
Oh, this is your podcast. I forgot.
it's my episode. So
Torpedo.
I paid for the drinks. So
That has buy-in for your attention.
no, look, if you made it, first of all, thank you. Second of all, we made an Instagram.
Oh, yes.
At Average People Podcast.
Mhm.
Just Average People Podcast.
Yep.
You can find us there. Give us a follow. We'll be giving updates. Behind the scenes, maybe a little action. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll continue to use that as we go down the future. Our YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube right now, which you probably are, go ahead and subscribe to us.
Average People
Yes.
Podcast.
Average People Podcast on YouTube.
And,
we would just appreciate it.
Out of my pocket, out of our subscribers, I'll actually buy a 4-pack of Monsters for one of our subscribers next video.
Look at that.
So you can
Oh,
have a drink
wow.
along
We're already
with
doing
us.
giveaways.
We're doing
for what we'll
giveaways
Bro.
right now. It's going to be
Giveaways
released
out
on our
of
Instagram.
my pocket.
Details
Hunter
to come.
_gatherer.
Wow.
Our first giveaway.
Incredible that he just did that right now. Spontaneously generous.
So you're gonna want. Wait, what are the requirements?
We'll talk about the
Yeah,
requirements.
we'll
on
talk
our
about it. We'll
Instagram.
post
Oh,
them on our
yes,
Instagram.
that's
So
So
make sure you
follow us on
follow our
Instagram and we'll give
Come
you
on, Sam. You gotta
details.
think
And then
about these
also
things.
comment on this video. Comment on this video. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll see your comment
Yeah.
next podcast.
You know, in
Hey
the
guys,
last,
comment what you want to see next week, guys.
actually, if you do comment and if you made it this far, which I'm like probably talking to no one at this point.
I hope not.
But hey, if
pray
you
to
do
God we
comment
are.
stuff that you want us to talk about, which would be fun.
Yes.
It'd be
Yeah.
cool to hear what you guys want to hear.
Honestly,
Uh,
as our name says, we're average people. So
We're average.
Anybody can join us on this
Yeah, can be on
podcast.
the
podcast.
Yeah, like if we
The whole
think
point.
you're average enough.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
we like your social media presence,
If you're an
your level of
influencer.
influence.
If you
Yeah,
have
I mean,
a-
anyone.
If you have
can
over
be on the
1K
show.
followers,
You're
then
verified.
welcome.
But we appreciate the support. Right now in our early days, we need it, and I mean always.
We need a new table
always
too.
Need it.
We
We do need a new
We
table.
need a new set.
We need a new
GoFundMe will
sign.
be in the. No, I'm kidding.
The funny thing is, we actually made this look like this so that way you guys feel bad.
No, this is
For-
actually my bedroom.
This is Hunter's temporary room,
Temporary
which we
room.
can talk
Yes.
about maybe next episode.
Oh,
This is my
let's take the next episode.
temporary home.
Next episode.
We just need
I don't
a.
care. It's either me or Adrian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
you
guys
know
wanna
what?
fight
Rock
for it,
paper
or-
scissors right here, right now.
You guys
Okay.
wanna fight
You want to do it?
Ready? Let's go.
Ready?
Alright.
One, just
Wait,
one
wait.
time. Rock paper scissors shoot.
Okay.
On
Okay.
shoot once. No, best 2 out of 3.
All right, ready?
For audio
Rock,
listeners,
paper, scissors, shoot.
Hunter
Ooh.
just
Hunter
won.
won.
Hunter
So
won.
what does that
So that
mean?
means I
Wait,
do it.
Or you,
We never discussed
You
it.
can-
you can choose. You can
So
choose.
now
Either
he
you
can
can do the
choose-
third or the
He
fourth
could've
week.
chosen
Or
at the
Adrian.
very
Yeah,
beginning.
exactly.
No.
No, but now
I
you
don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I can totally do it. It's
Then
fine.
I'll do the 3.
Okay.
I'll do 3. Because
I was
3
about-
is a spiritual.
Okay,
number.
I'll do 4 then.
Okay.
I'll do 4. 6.
Okay. Well, Adrian will do 3, and by 4, we'll already be doing the giveaway.
And we'll have at least 350 subscribers.
Dude,
so-
honestly, man,
Dude,
I
that'd be a
really
dream.
hope people are listening to this because I
Same.
think this was probably a better episode than last week.
I'm not
It
gonna lie,
did-
like
last
I
week
feel like
sucked,
we're
dude.
we're flowing, we have
Yeah.
a lot to
Yeah.
talk about.
Well, we actually talked about stuff that I feel like people can pull something out of. I feel like last week it was a
Last
lot,
week
lot
was
of
more
talking
of a-
over and laughing.
Yeah.
Last week
Which is
was our.
great though. It
But it's, sometimes
establishes
you just
who
need
we
to do
are.
that. Yeah.
It did-
yeah.
We're just
for
average.
sure.
You know,
we
I
don't
thought it
know
was
what
actually good that we didn't introduce ourselves and all that stuff in the first week because now they get a better idea of who we
Yeah,
are.
exactly.
Yeah, we're not actually just dumb people.
You know
We're
what?
Yeah.
And
dumb people
I
with
really put a
purpose.
lot of work into these notes. For those of you watching, there's
Oh
nothing
my
on there.
gosh!
There's
Wow.
3 words.
There's 3 words that
I
I
had-
literally
So the fact
typed
that we
up.
pulled an hour of content out of those 3 things,
It's
if it
Yeah.
even is an hour,
It's a.
solid 45 minutes
This
at
is a
least.
country.
And on that note,
God's dream. This is everything.
wow,
Everything.
I think we're gonna
I think
unplug
that's- yeah.
Adrian's mic.
I think we're gonna have to
He's,
mute that.
he's an interchangeable one.
That's
Oh,
actually-
you know, last thing I'll say before we salute.
do our
do
stay
our
average.
little, our
outro?
little send off, whatever you want to call it. Shout out to Sam for making the beat for this week's
Oh yes.
show.
Last week, Hunter made it.
Last week
it
it
was
was
me
Hunter
last
Gather who chopped up some lo-fi beats, made it sound super dope. This week it's Samuel. Tomorrow, or what am I?
Tomorrow.
Next week,
Tomorrow's podcast.
it'll be me.
And I did go with a little trap this week.
Yeah, which I enjoyed. I didn't hear a lot of it.
Yeah, you
But
just heard some like there's something wrong with the
snippets.
track, dude.
The
Like
snippets.
you gotta look at it.
I
But
think it's just your laptop. It's ancient.
honestly,
But
Hey,
yeah,
but-
so
yeah.
you know we like to do music, and so we thought why not incorporate that into the podcast. But hey, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you. We love the support. Go ahead and tell your friends, tell your family, tell your average people.
Oof.
And with that, stay
Stay
average.
average.
See you guys.
Sitting in a room talking about stuff that kinda matters, but kinda's good for your soul, so sit and hear us chatter. Myles and Hunter and Adrian and then the Sam, the last of which who barely passes high school state exam. Average people podcast, average people podcast.